Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to study multilingualism, competencies, and convergences. Most people who are multilingual do not necessarily have exactly the same ability in the language or varieties they speak. In fact, that kind of parity may be exceptional. Sridhar says multilingualism involving balanced native-like command of all the languages in the repertoires is rather uncommon. Typically, multilinguals have varying degree of command of the different repertoires. The difference in competencies in the various languages might range from command of a few lexical items, formulaic expressions such as greetings, and rudimentary conversational skills at all, the way to excellent command of the grammar and vocabulary and specialized registers and styles. So basically, Sridhar specifies that the level of competence in a code is, of course, developed based on the need of the speaker to use a language in a particular domain or for a particular activity. The models for multilingual discourse will recognize that the factors that are the topics and the speaker and setting on a language choice. They also recognize that the context does not determine language choice but merely influence it. Speakers draw on the social norm and meanings that are shared in a community, but they are not controlled by them. In such situations, that is when speaker master multiple languages and use all in a conversation, there may be linguistic consequences. One possibility is the development of what we call contact languages. In other cases, the consequence is diffusion of certain features from one language to the other. As a result of the context situation, particularly certain kind of syntactic features. So this phenomena has been observed in such areas as the Balkans, the South Indians and the Sri Lanka. An early landmark study which reported this is Gumpers and Wilson. They reported that in Kapwar, a small village of India, about 3,000 inhabitants in Maharashtra, India, there was a convergence among the four languages spoken, Marathi and Urdu. uh, Kannada, it's a non-Indo-European language, and Telugu, it's also a non-Indo-European language spoken by only a few people in the village. The language were distributed mainly by caste. The highest caste, the Jains, spoke Kannada, and the lowest caste, the untouchable, spoke Marathi. People in different castes also need to speak to one another, and to the Telugu speaking rope makers, the Urdu speaking Muslims also needed to fit it in. Bilingualism or even trilingualism was normal, particularly among the men, but it was Marathi which dominated intergroup communication. One linguistic consequence, however, was that there was some convergence of the languages spoken in the village so far as syntax is concerned, but vocabulary differences were maintained. It is vocabulary rather than syntax which serves to distinguish the groups, and the variety of multilingualism that has resulted is a special local variety which has developed in the response to the local needs. So, this is all about the convergences and competencies. Hope you like it.